Hello, £1,000 here. This is Pro Basketball Manager 2016. No, this was not made by Sort It Out C or Sega, like the Football Manager games. This was made by a company called Cyanide, and they seem to specialize in making management type of games. I want to know how the Football Manager game could get better, what it's lacking, and competition is always a healthy thing. And I have played a lot of Football Manager games, so if you want to see that series, then just click on the windows. You can check out that playlist or look down in the description below and click the links. And I've always believed that basketball would be a great game to play, not in real life, as in a virtual video game, I guess you can say. Because the teams are a lot smaller, the courts are a lot smaller, there's a lot less to manage than a football team with 11 players and all the clubs. It's not such a huge game. There's no huge fees, no big confusing salary caps or anything like that all the time. There's just a lot to like about basketball in a video game. Personally, I'm not such a fan of the sport. In Australia, we don't really care so much about basketball. We have it. We have a national team, which we're supposed to be proud of and everything, but not really many people support it. I don't think I've ever really met a big basketball fan in Australia. But that doesn't mean it won't make a good game, so I'm going to try it out. So I guess I will show you the settings because I just have been doing that lately. I think it really tells a lot about the game. You can have it in different languages. Also, down here in the currency is probably my biggest problem with the game. You can have it in euros, US dollars, Canadian dollars, pounds, sterlings, Chinese yuan if you want, but no Australian dollars. Yeah. You can also have, down here, maximum skill value is 20. You can have that at 100, but I choose to have that 20 just because it is a little bit more similar to Football Manager, and I'm just used to those kind of values. Anyway, it's just really cool options menu. I like seeing this type of, variety and diversity in these management games. So I will start off a new game. I don't know why Windows is being so weird. I'll choose an existing team, so I will take one over. I can also create a team, although it's not really that good. I've been experimenting with it, and I don't really know much about the basketball rules, the strategies, transfers and things, so I'm kind of lost with that. So I'll just stick with taking over a team. I'm going to enable the tutorial so you can see. Select database. As you can see, it's default at the moment, but you can download database which other people make. So I could get the official database because this game does not have the licensing of all the players and clubs and competitions. So I could just download those packs, put them in, have their own proper logos and their own real names. So Kobe Bryant in this game would be called Kobe Bryant or something. But I'll click on create game, go to the next stage. I think this is important for you to see if you do play the Football Manager games, just so you can see how this game is different with creating its teams and the freedom it has. But you will notice a lot of similarities. And here's where you can create your own manager. I think this is a really weird art style for this type of management game. You can change your skin color. You can have a hair color. It's hard to see with that skin. Hair color. You can have shaggy hair, whatever. Beards, of course. And what's this? Oh, hair color. You can make yourself a ginger if you want. Ugh, gross. First name, second name, birthday, nationality, a bunch of nationalities to choose from. You can also be a female in this. I guess that's cool. Whatever. Oh, crap, now I'm bold. It does reset your character, though. That sucks. So next stage is where you can pick your team. And you can actually pick two teams in this. But I'm going to be choosing a normal team to manage and national team. So I'll just manage Australia, because why the hell wouldn't I? You can also pick a women's team. That's insane for a management game. That's cool. I'll just choose Australian women's team. Why the hell not? And I'll choose to manage a club. Whoops, go back. There are a bunch of clubs around here. Like, if I click on any of these teams, if I click on any of these grey countries, that means you can manage a club there. So I could manage in South Africa. What's this place? That's considered France. Okay, I can't manage in Brazil. I can manage in Spain, Slovenia, Italy, England, Russia, China. Where else? I can't. That's weird. Oh, I can zoom in, of course. But I'm going to go back. I'm going to choose America. And look at this. Look at all the teams you can choose from. This is the Eastern Conference. You can choose the American League or the universities, so that all the colleges and stuff. That's really cool. I don't understand the American college basketball system, but it seems like a big deal over there. I'm just going to choose the American League. I'll choose, let's choose a Western team. Yeah, there's Los Angeles here, Houston, Minneapolis, so these are all popular teams. I'll choose Miami though, there is a point to that, you'll see why. You can see here the team status, renown, national renown, worldwide. It has that same star system as Football Manager. So I will just select that. Am I the... Yes, I am male. I always get confused with these symbols. So there's 2 teams selected, and I'll continue to the next stage. Now this is where you can select the leagues which will be running at the same time as your game. So I don't really care about any of this stuff. I don't really think I'll be doing many transfers, so I'll just click a few, like why the hell not. Now here's your main screen. This is like your news page. This is your inbox. There's objectives which staff members want you to do, managers and things, so you can keep your job. It doesn't seem like there is a way to be a freelance manager in this game, so you have to have a job to do something. You can't just start the game and then receive a job or find one. You have to start off managing a team, so that kind of sucks. I'll go to the team and the players section, because this is where you can tell that the game is having licensing issues. It can't have the real names. So this Dwayne Wadder is Dwayne Wade, obviously. And I know that just by sorting them all by the name. Chris Bush, I don't know who he is supposed to be. I don't know much about this game or the sport in general. I do know stuff about management games though. And right here, I can put someone on my watch list, which is like my short list from Football Managers. And that just adds them to the selection. So just like that. In the manager, this is where your shortlist is, just your selection. So this is where I can just click on a player. I can check out their stats. So here, all the stats are based out of 20 being the highest and the best. And down here is interesting, an average. So this player is an average of 13. This is Chris Bush. Let's find LeBron. LeBron James is actually LeBron James. Doesn't really say what his overall is because I haven't scouted him. He's not on my team. There is a tactics screen, but as I keep saying, I didn't know a thing about basketball. There are apparently things called go-to guys, defense, and a 6-man. I have no idea. I do know that there are certain positions such as center, point, shooting guard, small forward. What's PF? I forgot. There's also subs and backups. So there seems to be a good amount of team members. So this would be just one team in Football Manager. In Football Manager, you would need more players than this. You would need substitutes and backups and even a reserve team in most top division sides. That's one of the main reasons why I say basketball is a good sized team for this. You can sort out training, which I've never really touched. There's a schedule. Trades are interesting. Trades are interesting. I just have to select a team here. So I'll just choose Chicago, choose a random team member there, and another team, Hollywood, Meta, World Peace. There. And I'll just put one of my players up for sale. And that's how you can make a trade. You can send that, but they won't like that because you have to hit certain requirements. Like you have to make it so you don't have negative value in your payroll, but the other team do get something from it. I don't know. But look at this guy. This guy plays for the Los Angeles Lakers in real life. He changed his name to Meta World Peace. Yeah. I don't know why he did that. For someone with the last name World Peace, though, he has terrible self-control. There is a finances room here, which I really like this screen. There is arena. I could even rename that, so I could just call it Pig Arena or something. That's really cool. The staff is kind of weird because it says that the money goes out of your own budget at the end of each year. What the hell is that budget? I could just go to higher and you'll see what I mean by this reputation system, why it's so important. Right here, look, everyone has 5 stars. So this is their renown. This is their overall value. Staff don't seem to have individual stats or anything like that, like Football Manager games. So if I want someone for 90,000, I just have to choose someone with the best reputation. So I could just choose someone with 2 stars or someone with 2.5 stars. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to choose the best £90,000 scout. I just have to find it. There's a lot of them. There. 90,000, 3 stars. Okay, I'll just choose him. It doesn't really matter if he's from Germany, Greece, or Russia, or anything like that. That's not Russia. But there. There's strength and conditioning coach, physiotherapist, and an assistant trainer. There doesn't seem to be any other extra coaches to focus on defense or anything. This is all you can have. You can have 3 scouts maximum as well. Scouting is where you can find other players in other areas of the world. So I can just zoom into Europe, click a place like this place. Oh, wait, I should show you this. So right here, you can see the teams here. So there's 148 teams in Italy, 286 in France, 29 in England. How many are there in America? 381, 14 in Australia. So there's you can just tell how much some countries just love basketball just based on how many teams they have. So I just find that really interesting. So I could just have this player scout the Czech Republic. Okay. Go there for 2 months. Why not? I can choose the age, the gender. I can find females. I can find males and females. I don't know why I would want to find female players when I am managing a male team at the moment, but it does that. So I'll just send him out, and he'll be trying to find good players from the Czech Republic for me. Now let's talk about the tactics. The tactics are very important in management games, but I don't know much about basketball. As I said, I've been playing through this quite a lot actually, and I'm still learning the tactics. What I find really interesting though is if you go to the management screen, that is very important that it is in the management screen, so you can take that whatever club you're at. Go to the plays. You can make your own set players here. So I could just create one. Let's try create one. Save. What? I don't know. I've never done this before. This is all weird to me. Make a screen. So I can have players make a screen so they bump into each other. And I can pace it off of seconds, like 2.1 seconds. That's pretty insane. I wish I knew more about basketball so I can show you a good play like this and just have it work in the game. But I ain't got time for that. I got a Football Manager video series I need to edit. So that's the basic layout of the game and how you can manage your team's training, the schedule, change tactics, get different staff members and trade players. But if I want to go to the next day, I want to go to the next actual match. Right down here, you can see the next match for Miami is Los Angeles Lakers versus Miami on the 10th of the 8th. Okay, so now it's time for the first match. So right here at the top, the teams are 5 versus 5, of course. You can have all these different players they will be on the match. You can have substitutes and the backups. The people who you would want on the core are the ones with the most stars, or the ones with the highest ranking. So that would be these 5 here, of course. Everyone else sucks from them. So the main rule is to keep these guys in the game as much as possible. Though there is a special substitution rule, which I think is really cool. It suits ice hockey. So here we are in the team screen, and you can probably hear the crowd already. That's really cool. It's cool that this game actually has sound compared to a lot of other management games, which they just ignore the sound completely. But we'll start the match. And you can probably see that this is very similar to the old Football Manager games, or even the current ones if you play in this type of view. You have all these players, the ball, of course, and the name right under them whenever they do grab the name. Although you can you can click a player so you know who they are. So that's Kobe Bryant. Number 5 is I don't know. This is Dwayne Wade. You can also tell by the teams on each side. But this is 2D. You can change this to 3D, which is what I always love. I just love managing a team and then just watching the match and just sitting back and doing nothing. Though that doesn't help. That is not what a good manager does. I just like chilling out and seeing the team grow. It's like watching a child grow. Although the teams can be a lot more retarded than the average child. So here you can see the players running up on the court from basket to basket. Down the bottom here is really important because every team member is allowed 6 fouls. I think on the 6th foul they get thrown out of the game and they can't play any more of that game. So it's like they get a red card for the remainder of the match. So this is a bit like management where you have to kind of keep an eye on your players and sub them out if they do get a bit too aggressive. And I can do that easily. So this white sitter guy, he's a center, so I can just look over here. Anderson is a good replacement for him. So I'll just do that. That's the way to make a sub. And just click OK, pending substitutions, and I just wait for the ball to go out of bounds. But what is important to note with this whole match screen is that it is working all the time. I could choose ×2, ×4 speed just to increase speed, increase the pace of the game, and all the fitness will go down, of course. But I can just press play and just watch it normally. This is important because in a game like Football Manager or something, they don't simulate the entire match. They just show the time. Well, they simulate the match, but they don't show the match. They have things where the commentator just talks and all you see are stats of the possession. Like here, you can watch the entire match and watch all the players run from basket to basket if you really like that kind of thing. And this means that the game is really limited with its own animations and its depth. So in Football Manager, if I just chose a team who had a high amount of flair, then it would still look like all the players would be passing to each other. And that would be the same thing with this game, because this game is a management game. It's not known for its graphics or its animation quality. A player could do an insane move, but it would just be called a pass or a dribble in this game. it wouldn't have that animation set which is visible. So really you're just watching the same set of moves. You're watching people dribble, pass, shoot. I don't think I've seen a player get knocked over or anything like that. So there's always just a few animations for these games. It's disappointing for me as a viewer of the games, but it's not really a big deal because the management needs to take focus. So now it's at ×4 speed, and you can see every player is running extra fast now. So the whole game is that you have to manage your team's fitness. So right now Dwayne Wade is kind of unfit. He is a shooting guard, so I'll replace him with a replacement, of course. Shooting guard for shooting guard. Let's go with that. Okay, pending substitutions once again. So that's how it works. So this guy is most fit because he was the last which was put in. Dragic is getting unfit now, so I'll replace him with a point. I don't have a point guard? What? Okay, what? Wait, what? I don't have a... Well, whatever, let's just have this guy. Stokas. Okay, you go there. Whatever. See, that's the thing. You have to manage your team's substitutions as well, the team's depth. So I don't have a backup point guard in this team. Oh, no, I do. I missed it. No, that's Dragic. If I managed that better, I could have had a point guard in the sub bench and I could have just replaced it. Point guard for point guard, simple as that. Now these players are getting unfit, so I can just replace them. Done. I can have this player back on because he is at 100%, but put him back on as a center, and all these other players are regaining their fitness. So it's kind of like a whole line thing, just like in ice hockey, where you are trying to keep your strong players out on the pitch, or out on the rink, I guess, while keeping all their fitness up. So your substitutes come off and onto the field while your best players are regaining fitness. Mechanic. I think that's just a really interesting mechanic for a management game. Now it's quarter time. So this is where I can give my team a bit of a team talk just to encourage them, I guess. So I'll continue like this, and the victory is ours. There. So it has a positive effect on the morale of one of your players, but it won't say who. I don't know why it does that, but that's just the way it does. Now down here at the bottom, there's also statistics. So you can see here, 2 players have scored 4 points, which is the highest in the game. Lu Deng is my best player at the moment. Chris Anderson has got the most rebounds, which I know is also very important. We have not got a player who have stolen the ball. We have got a player who has blocked a lot, or 2. And you can see this based off the team as well. Score evolution as well, statistics comparison. This is all live, so this all changes step by step. So maybe you'll see one of these numbers tick over. Yes, I think I just saw something there. That was a shot count. Okay. Offensive tactics as well. Once again, this is tactics. I don't have a damn clue. Center should not be taking 3 points, but I can make him do that if I want him to. Defensive tactics, man-to-man, half-court. You can choose 1-3-1 zone, 2-3 zone, full court zone. This might not mean much to you, but it's definitely something. Halftime team talk. Let's just choose one randomly. Mixed effect, whatever, I don't care. There's also the fitness here where you can also see the mood of players. The comments here, so this is what the commentators are saying, or we find judges. So it's not so much the commentators, it's I guess if you have a over-enthusiastic assistant just sitting next to you and telling you about the game all the time. Next play as well. So this is where you can set your play. You can click on 3 points. Paint shooting. I don't know what paint shooting is. Drive is like when you run up to the basket basically, and usually you try a slam dunk or something. And that's basically Basketball Manager. You can also ask for timeouts, which is just like a halftime where you can have your team together and you can boost their morale. You can give them a bit of a team talk. So that's all I can really say about this game. This is a management game which I've played it for 4 hours so far. I don't know much about basketball, as I keep saying, so I can't really talk about the tactics or the strategy. What the hell is happening here? Okay. I can't really talk about the strategy or things like that. You'll have to find another channel which does that. But based off of what I've seen for this game, this is actually fairly encouraging for someone who plays a Football Manager game. Someone who plays probably the most, easily the most famous and successful management game there is at the moment. There's a lot to like about this. Music is a nice touch. The actual setting plays on the manager screen, so wherever you do go, it sticks with you instead of just sticking with your team. The trade, I always like player trades instead of just buying players and selling players off, but that's just how football works, I know that. I really like how all the matches are simulated and you can watch every single spot instead of just highlights. I guess I would have liked to see the option to see highlights or extended highlights as well, but That's just the way this game works, is that they simulate the entire thing so that you can watch the entire thing if you choose to. And I'm sure this is how the game goes. This is what you do over and over and over for an entire season, just like all sport management games. It may not look like this game has a lot of depth. That's just simply because I didn't know much about the players, the strategy, the tactics and things. Though if you are a fan of basketball, then you'll probably love this game. If you like a bit of management though. This game doesn't have a lot of action, but like I said before, you can just sit back and just watch the match. So thank you for watching. I would like to thank Cyanide for giving me this game to make a video of for you guys. It's been cool to see this. I'm not saying this is a bad game or a good game. I'm not going to give it some kind of rating. If you like basketball or management games, then this game is for you. If you like basketball, this game might be for you. If you don't like basketball, this game can still be for you. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've always been interested in simulator games, and especially sports simulators. So I found this a lot of fun, and I am learning more about the sport, the players, the management style, which you need for basketball, and it's educational for me. I'm learning things. So this is a great game if you want to learn more about the sport in general. So thank you for watching. If you do like this game, I would suggest you check out my series on Football Manager, which is currently going. That's where I created a team and put them in the very bottom of the English League system, which was playable. And I am trying to get them to the top. I could do that same thing in this game, though I am learning more about it. But if you do like this video and you would like to see more of this game, then please let me know with a thumb up. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I would like to know what you like about this game. If you've played other management games, what would you like to see from this game in other games? Let me know, and I hope to see you in future.